Hello, this is Alekius, and welcome back to another episode of Warplan Orange as Allies. Continue on with our restructuring and moving forward with a more defensive footing, trying to strengthen our foothold on Formosa. Means we'll be able to set up a surface blockade of the home islands. Nighttime, unloading units. Our cruisers did find the transport. Pummel, not gonna stick around for that. Finian, I thought I said no escorts. Still took hits. Probably pull back from bombarding further. Hulii is fine. Full task force reacting. Opari. ASW attack. A lot of stuff going on there. Naval attack. And transport so far. There is some flag. Torpedoes and bombs. All torpedoes. No damage to our own. The flag. Been pretty low. Yeah, defending. They're going to be hits. Ground forces. Destroyed one, damaged another. We took some minor losses. Transport has turned back for wake. Getting no luck. Nice target practice for our aircraft though, so I don't mind wasting time on it because it's increasing their experience. We're seeing some of our aircraft and ships being a bit more effective, especially in the ASW ball. And 10th of July. Not seeing anything over here. How many transports? We have tons. How many of these can we move? Bring almost half of them. I would like to bring these all to Hawaii. So let's form a group. Let's make it cargo. No, it's going to be transport. I'm going to take tankers. Grab 4 transports. I'm not too concerned about subs at this point, since we've taken out one of their bases. But still going to send a patrolcraft with them. Depth charges. Yes. What I care about. Load the troops. Sure enough, it's only the 4 air groups. So, let's see if we can buy them all out. Starting with you, you're in the 9th Corps area. You Ninth Corps Hawaii is the ones we bring. Yes. Let's move into that group. Ninth Corps Hawaii. Ninth Corps Hawaii. Ninth Corps Hawaii. And Ninth Corps Hawaii. With that, we can look at transporting a few more. Not into Pennsylvania, Grove, Kansas City, Knoxville City, and we'll add the destroyer. So they have 2 escorts. We'll replenish task force, load troops to all 8 air groups, 1 per transport. Suppose we could use the smaller transports, but they're also slower. Unload, retire. Fueling is fine. Auto dispatch. Let's send them off to Pearl Harbor. Meanwhile, we have some HQs here. We actually have quite a lot. Great assault value units. Dang. So 20,000 AP for the 5th US Division. We need 120,000 if we use regular transports, which we're going to do because we have no APs. So, transports. One, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Oh, never mind, I have a counter. I'll need 24 altogether. And I might steal the destroyer from the air groups. Task force. Load troops. Where is that beautiful assault value? 5th US Division. Yes, please. Does not actually fill up the whole thing. That's alright, we'll still use the extras. Fireman unload. No auto disband. We'll have them ferrying troops. You do not need to auto disband either. Once you get back here, we'll get you re-equipped. Hawaii. Anchored. Currently loading fuel. And our escorts, stretching out now. Our repair ships are almost here. Think they need to rush anymore? Yeah, they're good. They're going to be fine there. Let's bring them down to mission speed. The other transports that we have the battleships. Replenish. Cannot load torpedoes. Like we've lost some mounts as well. Let's put this into 2 groups. First, though, I want to grab the destroyers. And wells. And the rest is form a new group, surface combat. I want to grab the slower battleships. We'll just do Georgia, Nebraska. We'll steal Yarnell and the Tarbell. If you guys generated, we'll send you out for bombardment. Escorts allowed. You can go to wait. Then we'll form a new group, and we'll grab Oregon, and from 1153 we will grab Gillis. Oregon will do the same thing. Permanent. Send you out to Wake. And what's left? Pennsylvania, Tennessee, New Mexico. Kind of a bag. But they need additional destroyers. We'll grab from 1153 Morris and Greer. Perfect. Set you to bombardment, and you can head out as well. Our anti-subs, our support group. Have anything else? No, just escort. That's fine. Still unloading. There our reserve group. I'm gonna make them other than this. Leave them as that. Meanwhile, our battle cruisers are headed out. Come in on the Oilers. Carriers, we are okay. You have a troop transport. I'll leave the cruisers out here. Well, I might split them up. I'll bring them in for refueling. Have them both set to react. Meanwhile, we have our ASW groups stated at sub. Let's see, group transports. Not worried about any of the rest of that. Elliot's fine. Group transports are fine. Let's disband you guys for the moment. Continue bombardment here. don't think we're getting much response. We may be able to do the escort as well, despite taking a bunch of hits. Even the light cruisers seem to be doing just fine. Well, actually, let's continue bombarding. Getting in. These ones are still unloading. They're transporting. There's loading. Transport is grabbing supplies. Two torpedo boats. They have 14 range. We can send them to Bruna. Just barely. There they'll have to off for fuel. There are no good locations for that. Go to Tawi Tawi. Everything else is moving along. Worried about that. Now I have to fiddle with all this. Surface combat. What do we have? The other monitor. Nervous. The heavy bombardment monitors. These ones are a little bit faster, I believe. We'll still send them down here where they're not in direct conflict or invasion. Some chasers headed in. And well, good. We have a destroyer that is relatively ready. Boatloader transports. Cruisers. The transports. I don't want to use both the Chinese light cruisers yet. They're liable to get themselves destroyed because they're not very fast. They run away really. Power-wise, we have anti-sub. You guys as anti-sub. Send you here. You in the hex. Need to get a destroyer tender up here at Baton. Do I have? That's what I thought. You know what? Let's come here. That may be the better location for all these with these tenders. Is this the base force? It's getting there. Alright, sorting through the last of our groups. Our 3 groups done. We have Dreadnought. We have Hermes. You are there. Send you to here. Then you'll cover Baton. Do I want to try to dart in and bombard with Dreadnought? I think the answer is yes. No escorts. We want to retire. And have them hit Taina. Have seaplane tender. Sub tender. Have one DH9s. And the seaplane. Okay. Meanwhile, we have Torpedo bombers and the other. So we don't have support group. Just do transport then. Sub tender. These, the ABS off. Yep, Jason. Missions, can I give you that? Now in a different, still fast transport. No retirement. Set base. Return. That may have been what I was doing with this group. Nope. It's an ammunition ship and a destroyer tender. So now we're going to have a seaplane tender up there, which will help. Meanwhile, how are our preparations coming along? 5. We can expect that of most of our groups. We're getting like 1.5 objective points per day, something like that. Battery goes down. Have those hits. 3 runway hits, port hit. Tinian. Tynan. Casualties. Are not 26 hits. Fine. Fully eye, there are no response from land, so we can bombard with impunity. Now for the air phase. Very cloudy. Overweight. No transports. 3 bombs. Getting more transports. 1 torpedo hit. That transport goes down. We did get hit on Japanese sub. Exactly what I've been hoping for. Make it hard for them to operate out there by having a bunch of destroyers out on ASW missions outside of direct escort. Don't let them even get close. Requires a little bit more management though. And 11th of July. Still loading, no surprise there. Destroyer transports. There's transport. Punish. $20,000. Let me guess. The base force is 2,000. Alright, that's what I had in mind for it. So, no retirement. Head over Lahaina. We'll pick up that force. Now that I know to look for it again. Tankers headed off. Bunch of traffic between here and Midway. Yes, fine. Our tenders. Other tenders now. Including a bunch of our repair ships. And our subtender. Already have one subtender here. So grab repair ships. Pyro. That should be good. And we'll replenish and send one of the subtenders up to Marcus. Meanwhile, we have our troop transports. Do we want to send these all back? Or kind of collect them? I'll collect them just northeast of Midway. We shouldn't see much traffic up there, so they should stand out. Then we have our ships, our destroyers, there and there. Really, I should look at sending the one back. Oh, I want that flotation to be a lot lower before I send Sumner across the open sea. No, no, no. Do that. Go get to the replenishment ship. There, you will be fine. Yeah, we can't do it from next door. Our destroyers are fine. They are fine. Cruiser replenish. Just fine. So let's just wade in. We'll chase them directly if we have to. Carrier is fine. Not seeing a whole lot of need here. Let's send you to chase after this one. They can get their supplies. We'll keep with the carrier task force. Carrier task force has how many sorties left? 20. Would like to get our planes back. Battle cruisers are coming. So are separate battleship groups. One escort each. Our sub is heading back from Elliot. No, Kwajalein. One sub down here. Hello. And you're still unloading supply. Which we need. We can continue. You all, we're down to 2 and 5. Keep up the bombardment. We seem to be able to do it with impunity here now. So we can use our escorts. Indian. Yeah, we're picking up a little bit of damage. I think we've had fun with our raid. Let's move off and head down to go poke Lithy and see what happens. We head there. Undestroyed. Take them out. I don't think they'll find the sub, but we'll at least try. Heading east. Sure the sub is full before we send them to spy on the truck or juke. A lot of movement in Anzac. Movement down here. Somebody in here. Sub chasers here. Thistleton. And we get to Manila from Thistleton. Okay. These ones are headed in. Auto disband. Auto disband you as well. Torpedo boats, you are out all together. You pull in here for supply, please. Torpedo boats with a range of 8. Send you here, refueling okay, retirement okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. And we have loading supplies and patrol gunboat. Do the same thing. Switching, refuel, head to Brunei. Make sure everyone's topped up. Transports and tankers headed out. Diamond Harbor does have a lot of fuel. What we will have you do, you go get some fuel in each of these harbors. Everything else fine. Struggling, do I need here? Navy is moving in. In fact, what is doing naval search? Texas. A little bit dangerous, but I would feel pretty comfortable in set you up here. Fuel on Baton, huh? I don't know as we've sent any. Oh yeah, we have actually. We don't have a base force though, we just have part of the 1st Indian Division. Tankers now headed in, they've hung out long enough. Anti-submarine warfare. Send you over to here. And where battleships go? Oh, you decide to head back to Hong Kong. You know what, I'm okay with that. Try to hit Pescadores. No, I think Tynan has the aircraft. Transport capacity could be better. Let's expand this port. We could use it. I'm going to set your home here because you can get fuel. That works for me. Hermes has plenty of sorties left. We need to balance out fuel we just stole from the destroyers. Oh, we have some transports out here. Heavy cruiser even. That is fine. Let's see. Oh, work. What do we have for tankers here? You know what? Let's use one of the non-dedicated tankers. Get the Ashbel, escort them. A small. They loaded with fuel. It should be just fine. Send that to Baton. We shouldn't be wasting much that way. Meanwhile, we're looking at 8. Join you with your parent unit, so we'll get you pumped up. We will do one phase. I think the last episode was just a tad short. Make up for it this time. There we go. Dropping off our base force so we can get our Sopliths up and running. Once they're up and running, we'll be able to start bringing in our Metamulii. Failed sub-attack. Like cloudy weather out here again. Still able to find the target through the clouds. And land torpedoes. Standing torpedoes. One Sopwith up and running again. Now the transports are getting hit by torpedoes. Destroyed 2, damaged 3. Okay with that. 2 torpedoes into Selma City though, which is not good. One of our cruisers finding the transports outside of Wave. Hoping they're up at 19,000 yards. Looks like most of the transports are burning quite heavily. At the end of this combat, it should be all burning heavily. One down outright. They were carrying troops. I see about bringing a few more light cruisers up from Hawaii now that I have a good use for them. I could also attach them to the battle cruiser group. Alright, these ones are back. I don't know what you were doing. Still loading troops. Expand you for now and wait for the other group to done. And we'll make another escorted group. Close the threat from subs is. I don't want to count on that. Here's our base force. We keep it here. Do we have a base force up here? We do, but we do not at market. Let's go ahead and fix that. They're going to need some. And we'll grab another group, which is 20,000. And this one, the 5 transports altogether. Get these ones unloaded. Also, do we have worked? Grab the burn. The task force follow, we'll find a group, and we'll merge them once together. Oh yes, cruisers. 3 heavy cruisers, 2 light cruisers. Charleston is the only working one, or one in good condition. We'll grab it, give it an escort. I'm going to send them up to Midway. See if we can't sink more transport. Do sub-tenders. I see, I did not need to send them to Midway, or to Marcus. I already sent. Checking our ships, ASW group. Mine warfare, not too concerned by. That's right, now I remember what I'm doing with these guys. Get them to mine. Mark 6 mines, 40. And 40. And then 40 more with the mine wire. 80 mines each. That'll be 160 mines altogether. Ooh, their flotation damage. And meanwhile, what do we have out here? Battle cruisers coming in hot. Please don't leave. Stick around here. I think let's marry them up with the ASW groups. Carrier should still be fine. Starting to run low on sorties, but I don't need to worry yet. Weather is overcast. We'll top up group, affect carrier ops. They're headed to Midway. They need fueling. Borrow fuel from them, in fact. Perfect. No. Stick around. If anybody gets on our way, I want you to tackle them. And let's bring the carriers in closer. Destroyers as well. Now that I'm doing that instead. Still plenty of fuel. Still plenty of fuel. Pick these guys up a little bit. Let's grab an escort. Force 1082, Kennison in worst shape. Send you back to Midway. And for you, I want to form another replenishment group and split these up. 1023, 1023. And I want you to go grab the other light cruiser. Elliot, our sub is intact. Position again. Punch them up to full and have them go spy on Quadrant some more. Meanwhile, our SW headed out, our spy is headed out. Still unloading. Never ending up here. Guns are fine, so let's keep up the bombardment. I don't think I need the sub-spy. I'll leave them. Fine. They will not bombard for long before they retire to crawl again. More traffic as I redirect things to Sydney. Still operating troop left out of Brisbane. Anybody stuck, they should all be headed for Manila. Perfect. What are you? Road troops. What do we have here? What is this? Let's put you in Southeast Asia for 29 points. And we load you now. Alright. Head back to Manila with your base force. Actually, let's drop you off in Bataan. We don't have a base force up there yet. This can be it. Did I send out any other? Does like it. Meanwhile, we have our ASW, which is fueled. Carrier is really just standing by for now. Fast transport. Part of the support group. No, I want the full-up destroyer with them. You are unloading fuel. Let's you unload a turn. 1 day of unloading. I'll take care of that. Meanwhile, let's get the Felix down. Send you to Baton Island. You will now do your full search from there. Meanwhile, our stop widths, we have 2 repaired. Overall base, aviation support is sufficient. We can actually bring in a second group, like say the Brisfits. Or other types are good. Set up as level bombers, Brisfits, torpedo bombers, and more level bombers. See if we can bring in these Brisfits. Can you make it? No. We'll have to lift them in if we do go. Make it do Opari. Where else can we go? How far? Range 4. To Manila. Let's bring them over to. See if they can't make the jump. Stand them down. I don't want them to lose any of their capabilities since all aircraft are serviced right now. We are expanding airfield fortifications. I don't care about yet. Well, maybe I should. All the supplies really need the fuel. Sub chasers are now here. Oh, they've been there. Okay. Anything else on? Well, we do have the French cruiser. Can't use bombardment up here, but could use some more bombardment down south. Send you down to Davao, meet up with the rest of the bombardment group. We have our light cruiser set up. Some of our subs are retiring, that's fine. Too concerned about that yet. So, take a look at the ammo. Get one fully ready sub and plug you in over here. Anybody fully up here? No. So we'll leave it at that. One more quick look. First Indian Brigade now at 9. It'll take a while to get them up to full planning for a raid on Tainan. Looks like they moved their isolated element out. 96. Okay, I changed my mind. Oh, we are. I did switch it. Good. I want them building that for. Yeah, let's unload the supplies. Do we have an AA unit here? Yes. 48th Light AA. 3,000 in AK. 1,000 in AP. Let's get a transport. Relatively small. You have some tiny APs. Get Australia. West Australia. Load, unload, disband, load troops. The AA. That you. That's our base loading so far. Need more support. Could bring in an HQ, but I still want to stabilize things first. Alright, that looks good. I think we'll call it here for the day. I thank you for joining me. Appreciate you staying to the end. Hope you enjoyed as much as I did. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think, and we'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone.